Good morning, welcome to Furry and Spoilt. Today I'm going to talk to you about walking dogs in the spring. It felt like a very long winter and I quite honestly didn't think the spring was ever going to come. But we've got here, so I'm just going to go through with you the things that I do when I'm walking my dogs in the spring. If you don't know my channel, these are my boys. We've got Albert at the back, we've got Harry here, and we've got Humps here. This is the bag that I take with me on my walk. I've had this bag for at least, if not more, 10 years. And you think about it, I use it every single day to walk my dogs. And it's never ripped or torn or anything. Really, really good. Again, I think I got it from Amazon. I don't know if it's got a make on it or not. Something there. Oh, hang on, there is something there. Hang on, let me see if I can read it. Does that say Waterfly? Waterfly, I think it says. Waterfly, enjoy your life. Yeah, but it's been really, really good. And it's just got, so you've got this little bit here, which I put a little bottle of water in. And the good thing about that is the water's for me, not the boys, for me. And then I do take water for the boys, but I'll show you that in a minute. And then you've got this, so you can strap that around the top of the bottle of water. And if you bend over to pick up a poo or whatever, it doesn't fall out. It's really, really good. And then you've got these two pockets here, and so I've got all my different stuff in here. So right, poo bags. Let me talk to you about poo bags. If you're going to walk your dog, you are going to need to take poo bags with you. It's really important that you do, because you need to pick up your dog poo. You just need to do it. I get through loads and loads of these. I've got 3 dogs. That's a lot of poo bags. What I do is you can buy poo bags in rolls, but I don't buy them in rolls. I buy them in just packets. You can get them really quite cheap. I know just when I'm doing the food shopping or whatever, you can get them in the supermarket really, really cheap. And then what I do is I get a load out and open them up, because they come really flat and quite hard to open. And so I open them all up and then just bung a load in my bag. Make sure that I've got, you roughly know how many you need for your walk, and then I just make sure I've got extras. So that's poo bags. You're definitely going to need poo bags. They do come in rolls, and they come in like little holders that you can put the rolls in. But I just find them way too faffy. You need to get on with what you're doing. And also, when you're picking up poo, you're distracted, and that's not good when you're on a dog walk. You need to be focusing on what's around you. And so I find that you just want to get on with the job. So I find that the rolls aren't actually very good for that. I've always got tissue with me in the spring. I don't know if it's age or hay fever or what it is, but I always need to blow my nose. I've always got my sunglasses with me. I always take some money, not a lot, just a little bit. You just never know if you're going to need some money. And I've got my phone with me, but I never use my phone when I'm on a walk, ever. And people know, if you need to get hold of me on a walk, if you ring me and I'm not answering, it's because I'm walking the boys. And if it's an emergency and you really need to get hold of me, keep ringing and ringing, and then I'll know something's wrong, badly wrong, and I will answer my phone. But unless that happens, and it never has happened in all my life, I don't answer my phone on my walk at all. Water. It's really important that you carry water for your dogs. I carry water all year round, but in the summer and the spring, it's essential that you carry water. Now, my boys are getting a bit older, so we don't go off doing hikes or anything like that. But even so, when they're out in the spring and the summer, I offer them a drink when we're out on our walk. Now, there's so many different things you can get for this, but they're all really handy. So the one that I carry the most is this smaller one here. And how it works is, if you're new to dog ownership and you don't know, they come with a bottle. It's really handy. And then that bottle screws into there, and then the bottle fits into there, so it's a nice, neat, compact thing. And then you've just got that which you put around your sometimes I tie it to my waist, or if I'm not wearing anything that's got like band, something to tie it to, then I will just tie it to my bum bag. And that's the one that I carry daily with me, and that just holds that much water. And for my little dogs, they can easily drink out of that. The one that we use if we are going out for a bit longer, like sometimes we'll go out and they won't be walked longer, but we're just going to be out. Like sometimes we go to the shops and we do this and we do that. And so we'll just be out longer. Then I'll take this one, and it works with the same principle. So you've got the bottle, which that's quite a lot of water for my little dogs. and then it attaches, it screws into there, and so it sits in like that. It screws in nice and firmly, sits in like that. Now that is too heavy for me to hang off me, but if we've got like, if we're going out for a bit longer, we might have a bag with us or something like that, and we'll take this with us. And over the years, I've always used this type, and even when I've had great big dogs like German Shepherds and stuff, that is still big enough for them to get their tongue in when you pour the water into that. This is another one that we've got. We don't use this one as much actually, but it's exactly the same principle. You've got the bottle screws into there and then sits neatly in there. And you just pour the water into there and let your dog drink out of that. Now, I've had these ones for years, but now I've seen that you can get some where you can suck the water back into the bottle. And that is such a good idea, because often we'll go to offer the boys a drink, they don't want to drink it all, and then you just have to pour the water away. So the ones where you suck the water back into the bottle, they really do seem like a very good idea. If you use one that's a bit more modern than mine, could you let us know which one it is and what it does? Because water is very important when you're out and about. If we were in the car, going in the car, I carry a big 2 litre of bottle of water, and I've got like just a proper dog bowl for them to drink out of in the car. But always have water with them, especially in the spring and summer. It's very important. And it's really good if your dogs get used to knowing that you're carrying water and they know how to ask you for a drink. Because if dogs need to drink, it's vitally important that they do get a drink. I always take treats with me on my walk. I'll show you in a minute the ones I take. I use treats quite a lot on my walk. I use them for, everyone's being a good boy. Albert's being a good boy. There we go. Humps is being a good boy. I use them for when we leave the house. I give once we got out the door, everybody has to sit, and then I give them a treat. And that is so that we've got quite a lot of cats walk up and down our road. And little Albert at the back here, he loves cats. And so that's to make sure that they're concentrating on me and not on the cats. Let me show you the treats that I take. Let me just give them one more each, because they're not just sitting here looking at me because for love. They're doing it because I'm holding treats. So let me just give them all their treat. Well done. There we go. Good boys. So let me show you the treats I use. So the thing for me, the requirement for a treat is that it has to be like a whole thing like that. So I can just take that and put it in my bag. And so that's just like from Tesco's when I do the food shopping, or I use Sizzlers quite a lot. And again, you see, it's not all in tiny little bits. So you can just put that whole thing into your bag. And the other criteria for a treat for me when I go on my walk is that they've got to break off into tiny bits. You can see, like, and then I can just give them really tiny bits. Because the other thing I do when I'm on my walk is I will call them back to me just to make sure their comeback stays sharp. And so I need to be able to break them into tiny little bits. Don't we? Yeah. And one for Albert, my darling little Albert. There we go, darling. And so that's the requirement, and so I always have that. The thing is, what I found with these kinds of treats is if you don't use all of the treat on the walk, and I don't always, it's important to come and put it back in the packet, because they go rock hard. It's incredible how hard they go, and they go rock hard. The other criteria about any treat that I use for anything I do with my boys, it has to really smell. And these stink. But it's a very strong smell, and it definitely keeps their interest. And so I always have treats with me. And also, often, I'll come across dog owners and they will want to give my dogs a treat. And they do. I let them, no problem with that. And then, I give their dogs a treat. So I need to make sure I've always got treats on me. Right, let me show you what I wear on my feet, because that changes in the spring and the summer. So these are my shoes that I wear. They're not the most attractive things on earth, but they are so practical. They're so comfortable, so easy to put on, and they've got really good grips on them. So if I'm walking in slippery mud or, like woods and stuff, they really have a really good grip. And I love the Velcro on them. Really nice and easy to put on. And then when it gets warmer, like in the summer, they're nice and cool. And these, to be honest, they probably last me about 2 years. The shoes that I wear in the winter last me for years and years, but these sandals, I'll probably get about 2 years out of them. And that's wearing them every day and walking. And I do walk, walk my boys every day. So, but I got these, I think I might have got these on Amazon. I get everything on Amazon. It's just so easy, isn't it? But you can see, good sturdy pair of shoes, good ankle support, and then nice and cool for you in the summer. When we get back from our walk, it doesn't matter what time of year it is, I always do the same thing. I brush them through, make sure they haven't got any knots or anything. Just get bits out of them, bits of grass, stuff that they can get stuck in them. And then I wipe them down with a wet wipe or a flannel, wet flannel. I wipe their feet to get any pollen off them. I did a video all about dogs and hay fever. Dogs can really suffer with hay fever, and it's quite rough for them. So if you go to playlists and dog health, there is a video in there about hay fever. Or just go back a few videos. It wasn't that long ago. So I do that after every walk. If for whatever reason you can't touch your dog's paws, what I do is put a wet towel in the doorway that they have to walk through. Then they'll walk over the towel. And it isn't as effective as actually wiping them down. But it does take some of the pollen off their paws and just clean their paws up a bit. Are you having a good ear scratch? People might wonder what that noise was. Can I show you all the mess under there? Look. It doesn't matter how many times I put those toys away. You get them back, don't you? You go off and get some, put some back under there. That's where you like to keep your toys. Why did you decide that was a good place for your toys? I don't know, do you, darling? Are you tired? You need to go and lie down and have a sleep. Yeah, you do need to have a cuddle. You need to have a cuddle first. All right. I did a different video showing you what I did in the winter with them, so I'll stick that up at the end for you. But that's it for today. That is what we do when we walk our dogs in the spring. Yeah. That's it. So thank you very much for watching. As always, hope you and your dogs have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.